One more important topic we are going to start today. This is the collapsible steering column and tiltable steering. This tiltable steering is a ergonomics feature which is given in the vehicle to tilt the angle of the steering wheel. For this, a joint is required, and the collapsible steering column is a safety feature which is required. It is basically a passive safety feature which work after the collision has taken place. So firstly, we should see the basic structure of a steering column, that what components are there. Here is the steering wheel which is being mounted, the spline which is being shown. Certain vehicle used to give this constant velocity joint, means this joint is available in certain vehicle, because these days most of the vehicle used to give this. This feature is called tiltable steering feature. By this, the steering wheel can be tilted to certain angle. I will show you one video for this. And this is the intermediate shaft, this particular section, and thereafter the two universal joints are used to transmit the motion at a particular angle, and a steering coupler is there. So basically the upper steering shaft, this is the first part. Second one is the intermediate steering shaft, that is the second one, and third one is the steering coupler which is being shown over here. And uh, I have told you that tiltable steering means, because in the syllabus also there are two things. One is the passive safety, that is the collapsible steering, and second one is the tiltable steering wheel, means we can tilt the steering wheel. For this, a constant velocity joint is used. I would like to show you one video that how the tilt is done in a particular vehicle. For this, I have downloaded one Toyota video, a commercial video is there. In this, they are showing that you can change the angle of the steering wheel both in the angular motion as well as in the forward and reverse direction, because if you adjust the length like this, so it will depend on the comfort of the driver also, that whether he would be able to come out of the vehicle or not, because as soon as he will means his body structure will be dependent that how much he is stretching it, and the angle is also dependent. For this, a basic mechanism they have shown, that this lever is to be operated and the angle is to be changed. For this, a single-handed operation they have shown, a single leg they have shown, and now they can change the angle like this, because for this particular angle which was shown to you, this angle where what they are showing, the tiltable, this is called tilt. Again, see, this is called the tilt. So for this tilt, this universal joint is required. A simple car is there, like if you are going through the basic model, this joint won't be there. Only two universal joint will be there at the lower portion. These will be compulsorily available in the vehicle, this one and this one, but this joint will not be available. So a constant velocity joint is needed to allow steering effort to pass through 0 to 20 degree without steering being jerky. The constant velocity joint connect upper shaft to the intermediate shaft. Upper portion to the intermediate shaft, it is being connected. Now the intermediate shaft they are shown, because in this the collapsible steering mechanism is there, and this has the ability to shorten the length, because one shaft used to collapse under the another hollow shaft, and some push type mechanism they are using to avoid the collapse. As soon as the jerk is more than that, it used to get collapse, and the driver's chest is saved from injury. So how the collapsible steering used to work, I would like to show you one more video, that how it used to work. In this, steering column is being shown. This is the airbag section which is being shown. The airbag is mentioned. It will burst and airbag will come out. This is the lock. As soon as the key will insert the key, it will be free. And this is the turn signal. And when you turn in this direction itself, means if you, after giving the signal, we are coming to that part of the video. If, after giving the signal, he has given the signal and you are turning in the same direction, means in the same direction, no matter. But if you turn in the opposite direction, signal will automatically cut off. So this feature is known to all of us. He will remove it, and he will show that steering wheel is removed. This is the coil spring that is being shown to you, that this portion is there, and this is for electrical connections, because when we swivel or when we turn the steering wheel, we can't use rigid wires, so this type of coil is being used. And this is a clock spring which is being shown over here, and these full mechanism is the signal, and this is the wiper blades. So he is removing that also. So one by one he is showing that this was the lower portion with two universal joint. It was shown to you. Two universal joint are there, and this was shown to you in the figure also. That lower portion is having the two universal joint, which are shown. One is over here, and another one is over here. First, if we start from the lower portion, and second, that was shown in the video also. First one and the second one, because the complete assembly is rigid, and another universal joint is upper portion, because this the steering shaft which he is showing is for lower model, so you won't be able to see that universal joint in the upper portion. And what else he is showing is the connections are there, means one key is used, and this key, when it is taken out, it used to lock the steering. And what else is there, he will show that as soon as you remove the key, this will come out and steering will get locked, because this used to happen, it will get inserted in this. So these types of features are there, and other features are also there, because the key has ignition off and other options, so he is showing over here. And coming to directly to the collapsible portion, that what the collapsible steering is, we have to gradually scroll. This portion is the collapsible steering portion, because this shaft used to collapse inside. This shaft used to collapse inside it. So he will show after opening that what magic is there inside this, that this shaft used to collapse inside it. So he is going to open that. The splines are there at one portion. So he is opening, and he will show to you how it used to happen. And this is being shown. This is the portion that this shaft used to go into. This means he is showing that this portion, this much portion used to collapse. Please see it again. What portion used to collapse, you can see over here. This length used to get collapsed, means apart this much length, from this point to this point, the length used to get collapsed, and chest is saved from severe injury during collision, and driver is saved also, because if somehow the lower portion of the steering also move towards, because if the injury is like this, that this portion which is in the engine compartment, because from here the heat shield is there, this is called the heat shield, this line which I have drawn, and if somehow this steering column get inserted by severe impact towards the driver, means then also this portion will collapse and driver will be saved, because if somehow the column get inserted in the driver cabin also, he will be saved. So this portion is to be collapsed. He will show that how the collapse is used to take place, and this is being shown over here in the video. So he will hammer it and show that this much portion will get collapse. So he will hammer it from the upper side. Now it has got collapse. So some mechanism there, means one shaft used to go inside the another shaft, and for this I will show you one figure also, that how this used to happen. So this is how it used to happen, and the intermediate shaft is also shown. Now the collapsible steering column, we should know the definition also, that like shoulder harness or airbag is a device, it is a passive safety device, greatly increase survivability in the event of head-on collision, because if the vehicle is having the head-on collision, the front collision is there in the vehicle is collided from the front itself, or from this side, the vehicle is collided from the front, then the steering column collapsibility used to save the driver from injury. You can see, because what used to happen in the event of collision, the steering column should get collapsed, means it has moved in the bottomwards direction. So this also safe from the injury. Is used to collapse in the steering column. This is being shown through the video. During head-on crash, means head-on crash is the main thing for this, because other crash it is not that much useful. This safety feature is for head-on crash only. The steering column can be pushed into the passenger compartment with tremendous force. This can get into the passenger compartment also, because front portion has collapsed, and if somehow the front portion get collapsed, you can see that engine compartment has collapsed completely. In the video you can see, and if the engine compartment get collapsed, there are chances that the steering column can get pierced into the driver compartment. So collapsible steering is required, because it will get inserted from this direction to the driver side. Means the direction is from this, it will move towards the driver side. In between, if it collapse, then it is well and good. At the same time, driver obeys Newton's law, because there are two things. Steering column is moving ahead in this direction. The direction of the movement is this. And at the same time, the driver is also moving towards the steering column, obeying the Newton's law, because all of a sudden the vehicle has come to the rest, but the speed of driver will continue with the same velocity in the direction of the vehicle movement. So both the things are, means the steering column moving this way and the driver moving this way. So though both the things they have mentioned one by one, and this has to be slowed down. Too frequently, it was the steering wheel that caused driver to stop, sometime with horrific consequences, because chest injury is there, or head injury is there, when driver head used to get impacted with the steering column or the steering. In fact, year ago it was unheard of driver impaled, means pierced by the steering shaft. It is not heard, because as a result, engineer began to investigate ways in which survivability could be increased, and those unlucky enough to slam into the steering wheel. So this device was invented, and they successfully developed it. And these days, most of the vehicle is having this feature. And what the feature is there, the steering wheel is being shown over here. The conjugate shaft is shown, and the collapsible in impact. This is the main portion which used to collapse. I have shown you through the video also. The main parts which are there in the collapsible steering is the hollow shaft and the solid shaft, means hollow one and the solid one, and some plastic type washer is there that used to get break at a certain force. Means the telescopic steering tubes consist of lower part, that is a one. This is the lower part, this is called one, which is flattened on the outside. This will go inside, and a hollow part too. These are the main thing, hollow and lower part. Lower part will go into the hollow part. The two will be fitted together. The two plastic bushes, these are the main thing. These plastic bushes used to get break, and by it, this used to get inserted inside it. After these plastic bushes used to restrain certain forces, and after the certain forces, the shaft used to get inside it. It was shown to you in the video also, that how the shaft used to get inside it was shown to you. As soon as the plastic will get down, as soon as the plastic here will get down, the shaft will get inserted inside it, and it is being shown. This much it has inserted, earlier it was out. So this being shown over here, and the longitudinal direction is met, and the illustration is being taken from a referred book. Now the collapsible steering column is come in a number of design, because several designers there, because I have shown you one design. Some column integrate a series of telescopic tube that collapse when impacted by the driver. Other use break point in column that will allow bend more easily. Still, other have a special joint near the steering gear. Some have joint also, because some type of joint is there that used to get break up, and that shaft used to get inserted inside the hollow shaft. This mechanism is also there. While airbag have become more prominent over the past year, collapsible steering column continue to play an important role. Although the airbags are there, you can see from the video also that airbags are there, but collapsible steering column continued. Although the airbag are there for saving the initial impact of the steering wheel, but they continue. They are continuing with the steering, collapsible steering. But rather than being a primary safety feature, steering design have come to represent the last ring of safety shoulder harness stand and airbags. Together, more drivers are walking away from crashes that would have certainly resulted in death just few years ago. So this is how the mechanism used to work. The basic figure is being shown. Different manufacturer used to have different types of design because certain use the plastic bushes, certain use a collapsible thing, means certain type of joint is there that used to get break, and one shaft used to collapse in the other shaft, hollow shaft, and this is how it used to work. If any queries are there, then please do ask. Thank you.